Cargill plays an important role in the asphalt business. With over $100 billion in annual revenue worldwide, many people know Cargill first and foremost as an agricultural producer. But for decades, we've been reliably selecting, modifying, and reacting various nature-based chemistries to create specific, innovative solutions for industrial customers. Cargill's Innova asphalt solutions have been proven in millions of tons of asphalt around the globe. Our products include rejuvenators, warm and cold mix additives, emulsifiers, and rheology modifiers. Cargill has been on the forefront of developing chemistry for high RAP content paving. Through our partnerships around the world, installing high RAP asphalt in a variety of different climates, we're proving that pavement installations achieving RAP content levels of 40, 50, 70% or higher are no longer just a lofty ideal, but that they can be the new normal for this industry. High RAP mixes are being installed in many different road systems all around the globe, and these roads are built to last, meeting the toughest specifications for performance. As soon as an asphalt road is installed, it begins to slowly degrade. Aging and oxidation are the culprits. Environmental aspects such as temperature and UV radiation can contribute to the aging process, and over time, the asphalt becomes more brittle and less durable. Traffic from cars and heavy trucks take their toll as well, turning small flaws into larger cracks, which in turn allow for greater intrusion by the elements. The cycle repeats until the road surface is deemed ready for replacement. The untreated aged binder from RAP can impart brittleness and impact the durability of new asphalt pavement, which is why traditionally asphalt production has often limited its RAP content to around 10 to 20%. However, science and experience have shown that higher proportions of RAP can be incorporated if sound engineering methods, materials, and tools are used. One of the most important such tools is an appropriate recycling agent. Recycling agents can either be softeners or rejuvenators, and many people use the terms interchangeably, although this is not correct. A good rejuvenator in a well-designed mix will reverse the impact of aging on performance and durability. An ordinary softener is often a simple vegetable oil or a flux and may do little beyond softening the asphalt through dilution. Let's take a look at the science. The average road is approximately 95% by weight of mineral aggregates, sand, stone, and gravel, and about 5% asphalt binder or bitumen. Typically, much of the performance in the average road is dependent on the quality of the bitumen, which serves to bind the aggregates together. There are many theories and models to describe the behavior of asphalt binder at a molecular level. The phenomenon of aging can be simplified for convenient conveyance by using a colloidal model. In this method, the continuum of hydrocarbons in asphalt binder is simply split into 4 categories or fractions. Cyclics refers to the lighter aromatic or naphthenic hydrocarbons that are often associated with the degree of flexibility and flowability of the binder. The cyclics are typically the major medium of the binder in which all other fractions are solubilized or dispersed. One of these other fractions are the saturates, which are saturated hydrocarbons. This fraction is chemically inert and therefore typically sits out the oxidation process. Asphaltenes are the heaviest fraction of the bitumen and responsible for providing the necessary stiffness to resist loads. The asphaltenes are insoluble in the cyclic medium and have a tendency to associate and agglomerate if not properly stabilized. The role of asphaltene stabilization is often attributed to the resin fraction of the asphalt. This fraction constitutes intermediate hydrocarbons that are soluble in the cyclics, but attracted to the asphaltenes through polar groups, preventing them from organizing into rigid structures. In unaged binder, these fractions are in a stable balance. The installed asphalt pavement is flexible and resistant to cracking and rutting. As the aging process occurs, however, the bitumen chemically changes and sees a loss of the softer and stabilizing fractions, the cyclics and resins, while seeing an increase in the stiffening fraction, the asphaltenes. As the bitumen loses these dispersants and the carrying medium's volume decreases, the asphaltenes begin to act up and agglomerate. They form stiff and brittle structures that aren't easily separated. These changes make asphalt binder less flexible and more susceptible to damage. Small flaws and micro cracks are less likely to be able to heal and instead begin to grow into larger cracks. If this aged and distressed pavement is milled into RAP and used in a new pavement, these same qualities will carry over. Here's where a good Rejuvenator recycling agent, or Rejuvenator, comes in. First, the Rejuvenator replenishes the lighter fractions of the aged asphalt, increases the soft medium in which the asphaltene clusters reside, which is not unlike the function of basic asphalt softeners. But, unlike a softener, a true Rejuvenator will also disrupt and compatibilize the asphaltene structures to restore flexibility and to improve damage resistance and healing. However, this is not the end of what is required. A true Rejuvenator needs to retain these properties for the entirety of the new pavement's life. Therefore, it needs to provide equal or even better aging behavior than the original binder. Let's look at how Cargill's Innova Rejuvenator differs from other recycling agents. Cargill invested heavily in product development, and our Innova Rejuvenator was developed purposefully by our scientists to be a high-performance asphalt rejuvenator. Cargill engineered a chemically modified bio-based product that not only rejuvenates bitumen, but is itself stable against oxidization and thermal degradation. In contrast, many common recycling agents are nothing more than unmodified vegetable oils, sometimes even recycled waste cooking oils. As you'll see, while these products can appear to replenish softening fractions, they cannot functionally rebalance the full distribution of chemical fractions lost in aged bitumen. This rebalancing is essential for long-term stability, and that, ultimately, is what leads to longer asphalt life and better asphalt performance. This graphic illustrates results from a common vegetable oil versus the Innova Rejuvenator as tested in a pressure aging vessel. As you can see, viscosity in the Innova Rejuvenator is stable through the aging process. However, the vegetable oil increased more than 500%, showing that the vegetable oil itself is not stable. This is a behavior that will also translate into installed asphalt pavement. This is clearly shown for long-term aged rejuvenated asphalt in this graph. As you will see, although the softening product appears to replenish the soft fractions of asphalt, they do not functionally replenish the asphalt chemical fractions. This rebalancing of fractions is essentially what will be responsible for the long-term stability and performance of the asphalt pavement. You can also observe the aging stability of the fractions of the Innova Rejuvenator on the left graph. The difference in unaged and aged vegetable oil on the right graph shows that a straight vegetable oil changes dramatically as it oxidizes and cannot be expected to do the job in the long run. So, to recap, when evaluating recycling agents, although it is important that the product can reduce viscosity and stiffness, one needs to probe further and make sure that the product not only physically, but also functionally rebalances and replenishes the chemical fractions of the aged asphalt. Suppliers should be able to show via testing that their products reduce long-term brittleness and improve damage resistance and healing, because it's just not enough that a product tests well on day one. It has to last through the lifetime of the pavement. In essence, what many of our competitors have offered as the final product, Cargill used as a first step. Our scientists harnessed the technology to chemically modify these base oils and take them a few steps further. Although there's a number of analytical ways to probe this, the simplest proof is in the aging. Finally, let's talk about the reliability and application of such tools, which is often an overlooked component to asphalt rejuvenation. Our experience shows that having the right rejuvenation product is only a piece of the puzzle. The concept of reliability needs to be ensured across all steps of the production, dosing, and quality control of a rejuvenated high-RAP mixture to ensure performance in the long run. We at Cargill work closely with each of our customers as a collaborative partner to tackle their problems and create customized solutions, as opposed to just being a supplier. This begins by a consistent, reliable, and traceable additive production process, which was created just for this application. Next, we create a dosage design for the asphalt mix producer to use through a unique process of evaluating the customer's raw materials and creating a tailored design backed by our continuously expanding global material and performance database. This is critically important, as both internal and third-party research has shown that it's not just the type of recycling agent added to the mix that matters, but the precise dosing of the product that ultimately leads to the highest value and optimum performance. The mix can be evaluated by utilizing various performance-related test methods used in the asphalt industry today. For many additive suppliers, the partnership with the customer may end at this point. However, with Cargill, this is just the beginning. Cargill's field and lab tech representatives keep in contact with the mix producer year over year and constantly monitor the quality of the customer's production through periodic testing of their material to help ensure optimum product and performance is achieved. We see the most important deliverable for high-wrap asphalt to be reliability, which is achieved through the combination of a unique chemistry and a unique long-term partnership. So together, we can continue to utilize the technology to make high-performance, sustainable, cost-effective, and reliable asphalt mixes. Cargill, helping the world thrive.